the channel, guys, and today is just a quick video regarding EA and DICE's third update on Battlefield 2042. As you can see, I'm at the main menu now, and there is a little QR code down there that says read the latest patch notes. Now if you were to scan, you can't click anything, but if you were to scan, yeah, it won't let me click it, but if you were to scan that QR code, it would bring you up to their website, which we're going to flick over to now. We're going to read through this together. This is the first time I've read it, so obviously we're going to be doing this together. I don't know anything you don't know at this point, so we'll get straight into it. NOPATS update number 3 will be available on December the 2nd. We've enjoyed seeing you join us on the battlefield since launch and would like to thank you for your continued feedback. With this update, we're addressing further bugs and feedback areas which we've observed through your gameplay since November 12th. This means you can expect a large amount of fixes, balance changes and quality of life enhancements to come your way. Now that is the first time they've mentioned balance changes. Now obviously everybody knows that the PP29 and the AK-24 at the minute are the meta weapons that everybody's going to. Also we've got the hovercrafts that are insane. You know, the weapon damage from the Nightbirds and the helicopters. If you're not in a helicopter, basically you're knackered. So this is the first time they've mentioned the balance fixes, so we're going to read on. Balance changes and quality of life enhancements to come your way. And lastly, as we've kicked off the progression, there are some new things to look forward to as well. While the full update contains hundreds of changes, here's a summary of what to expect. What's new? In the week following update number 3, weekly missions will make their way into Battlefield. There will be a total of 3 varying missions each week, which you can track via the main menu. Completing the mission will reward you with player XP. Finish all of the available missions that week and you'll also receive a unique cosmetic reward. In Battlefield Portal, we're adding new game mode layouts for Rush on all out warfare maps. We're also adding several new templates to the builder and new custom mode called Vehicle Team Deathmatch, which allows you to utilise combat vehicles in custom experiences. It'll also support Logic Created Rules Editor, allowing players to spawn at Team HQ and adding more options when creating custom games. So for those of you that are into Portal and making your own custom games, there's obviously some bits been updated for that as well. So maybe something for you guys to look forward to. Lastly, we're adding a new logic option to the rules editor that checks the source of fatal damage to a player, maybe from a melee weapon or a rifle. This opens up a ton of new possibilities and we're looking forward to seeing what cool new modes you'll build with this. So it looks like that section of the update has been focused on Portal and weekly missions. So now we move into the quality of life. We're introducing several improvements with the collection screen menus to make customizing your loadout and plus menu easier. In short, less clicking around. It's now easier to understand which attachments are locked, in use, equipable, or newly unlocked within your collection. Now, I don't know if many of you watch this specific YouTuber, JackFrags. He's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Battlefield YouTuber, certainly that I've come across. He mentioned this in one of his videos or streams that I was watching the other day. That it is very click heavy, as it was. So hopefully they've cleaned that up, and hopefully it's just going to be easier to get to your attachments when dealing with the loadout screen. UI elements during gameplay have also received enhancements. You'll notice increased visibility and reduced clutter through for example, player world icons now scaling with distance. We also added IFF, Identify Friend or Foe marker improvements and indicators for nearby players who you can revive or be revived by, which is massive because I was consistently basically downed and wondering, is there a medic nearby, is he coming? Now this is something that they've put in previous Battlefield games and also in Squad. I don't know if any of you play Squad, but it actually tells you where the nearest medic is, say 100 meters away. If he obviously starts moving closer, 70 meters, 60 meters, 50 meters, you can assume he's on his way to you. So that's huge, that is quite big. Or who is low on ammo or health. So basically that's going to allow the support players to know who's low on ammo or health so that they can better play their support role. Lastly, you'll notice smoother transitioning between game menus, the option menus and matchmaking, which is always good. Now we move into the gameplay. Throughout several areas of the game, we've introduced improvements to make your experience while interacting with the maps feel smoother. This includes over 150 individual fixes, small changes and improvements across all our maps where we noticed they were detracting from gameplay, such as spawning, visual glitching or collision issues, audio, rendering, interaction improvements and fixes for weapons, vehicles and specialists are also included. So this is the second time they've mentioned fixing weapons and vehicles along with the balancing that it mentioned up at the top. Hopefully that means that they're going to scale down some of the damage done by the vehicles, because at one point, if you're in a hovercraft or a Bolt C5, the only way to be killed realistically is if you've got 5 people firing rockets at you all at once and you don't manage to get out of the way, or they had to shoot you through the window. But their weapons were dealing massive damage. They were just driving through crowds of people, killing everybody. So hopefully that means that they have actually brought in some balancing for the vehicles, and obviously it fixes for the weapons and balancing that was mentioned earlier. Specialists are also included, it does say. So they've done some improvements on specialists. What's next? So in early December you can expect one more small update focused on further balance changes. So they are focusing on the balancing, which means that they might not have got it exactly where they want it to be at the moment, but it is coming in early December. And obviously we're already in early December, so not long to wait for that. And general bug fixes to further enhance your gameplay experience. The full update notes are available below, and we'll keep you updated on the rollout and updated what's next over at Battlefield.com, a Twitter account. So basically, if you want the full patch notes, here's the full patch notes, update 0.30. You can head on over to ea.com games/Battlefield. I will leave the link in the description below for those of you that really want to get in depth with it. But that is just a quick overview of what it looks like DICE and EA have done to Battlefield in the 3rd patch. I'm going to jump into some games. I hope to see you on the Battlefield, and hopefully they've managed to do at least somewhat of the balancing so that we can all enjoy our game a little bit more without absolutely being turded on by everybody in a vehicle. So peace out guys, thanks for watching. Check out the link in the description below if you want to get in detail with the patch notes. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.